welcome back to my channel. And today, Saturday, is this, I think we're on episode 33 or 34, I don't remember. I'll find out when I edit, of Scrap Stash and Mayhem, and working with the Curator's cabinet from Junk Journal Fix with Sunflowers Indoors. Working with her year-long project, and the prompt today for this week is non-traditional fabric. So I have decided to, I know it's traditional to use cloth, but the item that I'm going to incorporate into it is this. So this is my non-traditional fabric, but going with the whole textile theme for the month of April. And so what I did was I created a heart, just cut it out from some scrap material or cardstock that I had, and then I cut out a second one, and I drew my lines and cut out my pieces. So I have this heart in 7 pieces, and so this is what I came up with. And I'm just going to use a glue stick because I'm just holding it in place. And I am going to, I think I'm going to hand stitch. Maybe a little hand stitching, maybe a little sewing with the sewing machine. I haven't decided yet. So I'm just going to glue this on. And going forward, if I were to do this again, I would make sure my material was pressed. Because this has been sitting in my scrap bag for a long time. And I'm okay with that. It's nice to use. It's nice to use things up. Even if it's material, paper, whatever. It's nice to actually use it. And I'm just carefully fitting this in there. And I believe this was my next one. So the hand stitching for me, I'm just getting into it, and I'm really quite enjoying it. Let's put that down. I find it very relaxing. And you don't have to think a lot. Put that over there. You don't have to think a lot once you get going. You have to think before, but I see now that I'm stretching it out, it's bigger than what it needs to be, but I'm okay with that too. That's all right. Everything is okay until it isn't. Until it isn't. Let's get, oh, what have I done? Okay, well, let's get this down here. There we go. There we go. This is where hand stitching will come in handy, because anything that I've mucked up on, like this right here, I can fix. And what I was going to do before I started all this was I was going to ink around the edges. Oh, see, I cut that piece crazy. I cut it that way. I've never done this before. Not in my recollection anyways. Maybe in my younger years somewhere I've done that, but not anywhere that I remember now. So I got a few materials that are not thought to be normally involved in anything. But we'll get to that yet. So this is basically, I'm just prepping it. Like I said, I'm going to hand stitch. Oh, there's my puppy doing I don't know what. So I'm going to, this goes this way. I know it does. I know it does. Because I'm looking at the, oh, this is 6. That's why I'm getting it mucked up, because this is 6. There we go. This goes this way. Again, I mucked that one up too. Oh, there's my buddy. There's my buddy. All right, and then I'm just going to refresh this glue here because this piece goes right in here, which now is not fitting either, but we'll make it beautiful. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. There. And it probably was this piece here that mucked everything up. Right there. Well, I'm just going to... Is that like so? So I'm not going to make you watch me slow stitch around here because they call it slow stitching for a reason. Because it's slow. Okay, so we have that in here. So then my next piece that I'm going to do is, there's a page from my book. And I thought what I'd do is I'd just take this and carry it all the way across. And this is a piece of paper towel that I used when I was making some rusty paper clips. That video is still one of my earlier ones, but still gets quite a few views every now and then. It kind of goes in spurts, I don't know. But it was such a pretty color that I just couldn't throw it away. It's not hoarding if your stuff is cool. That's what I've been told. Go. And it's not a straight piece of paper, so I'm not too worried about it being crooked down here. This glue will hold that, I'm certain of it. And I'm just going to take and even this page out completely. Right to here to here. And we'll just cut that. Oh, maybe it might help if we have some lead in there, right? Yes, that makes a much better line. Okay, that I can, without any guilt, I can throw that piece out. And I am going to, oh, this one looks crooked too. But that's okay. We're going to leave it that way. We're just going to leave it that way. Yep. Okay. So this piece here, I could take, and I will, let's even this piece up too. I guess that's what happens when you don't, you just rip the Amazon packaging and you don't worry about it too much. You deal with it later. And that's what I'm doing. So this would be considered a true trash to treasure project because I'm using a lot of trash and we're going to make it a treasure. Okay, so anyways. Put that in there so I know what I'm dealing with. So I'm going to put it on this side and I am just going to, where's my heart? Where's my heart? We'll use this one. I don't want to disturb the glue. So as you can see, oh, it's just going to fit. Okay. Okay, so So I'm going to just glue to here, because as you can see, the pocket itself, or the heart, won't fit into the full pocket if we do it the other way. Like so. About like that. Just gonna get that over. Okay. And I'm debating, I think I'm going to take this piece off. When I was looking through my pieces, my scraps, to find the pieces to go with this, I found a bunch of clusters I had made. And I might put that right on my heart. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, just like so. Okay. So I am going to leave you, and I'm going to stitch around here, and I'm going to stitch in here. Oops. And then I will return with a finished product as to however I decide to do it. So for you, it's just going to be bloop. For me, it's going to be a while. See you in a bit. So what I did was I stitched with the sewing machine, and then I slow stitched around, and then I made it so that you can write on it. It is like a little journaling card. And I want to put this little gaffer that I found on here. Make sure my glue will come down. So I think I achieved the challenge for this week. And of course, I'm always a week behind. Oops, put that the right way. I'm a week behind, so there's a new one, new challenge, I guess, coming out today. So this is last week's. And then there will be new challenge papers if you want to use them in her group on Sunday. So there we have it. Oh, I think that's pretty. I like that. Okay, so here's my book of ideas. And we're just going to take and pluck that in here somewhere. Let's put it in right here. And there we go. So I incorporated the textiles. I'm going to class this as a textile because in a way it kind of sort of is. A paper towel is a textile-ish. All right, so there's my make for this episode of Scrap Stash and Mayhem. And I thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.